They're rooting around like a bunch of big old pigs. Well, Wade, what do you think of those tails up there, bro?
I'm telling you, that's a really good school right there.
So all you got to do, come on the flat, just shut down and start pulling. Be real quiet. Sometimes you can kick on your Minn Kota and just go along the flat real slow. And when you see them, turn it off, jump on your pulling platform, and you know, you don't want to disturb that school and chase them around with a trolling motor. But when you do find them, there ain't nothing better than coming up on them like we're coming right now. Over that one way out there to the right if you can.
There he is, Blair. Oh, baby.
That's what we've been looking for. That's the way to do it, brother. Now, how does that feel?
Oh, baby. Got some shoulders.
Did they have you shaking a little bit?
I'm telling you, the knees were clattering.
I'm sure it's nothing like standing on home plate getting ready to swing a bat, but
it's awful close there, brother.
He's got me shaking. He's the one on the front of the boat. But that is a nice one.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good way to start it out, bro.
It's always nice when the movie stars show up.
You said your biggest one's how big?
I'll tell you, Blair, the biggest redfish I've ever caught is 29 inches, and I think this one's got it beat, brother.
Oh, yeah. Our baits are almost 29 inches this morning.
They are some slabs, though.
What do we call them over here?
Mogans. Yes, sir.
See, I don't have to say it anymore. Everybody that's seen the show, I think he just realized he was hooked.
I think he just saw the boat, tell you the truth.
Wow, you're going to blame it on the boat, huh?
Yeah.
No.
Either that or my pretty face.
That was it. Well, it sure took off. What we've done this morning, it's bright early, right at daybreak. We're up in the very north part of the Indian River, and it's slick calm, my favorite type of conditions. This is where I guided for 15 years up here, and you know, I get to get on the back of the boat every once in a while, especially when I have somebody like Wade Boggs on the front of the boat. He is absolutely, cast everything perfect. Right in the spot where it needed to be. We're fixing to show you this guy in a minute. It's a nice fish. A nice fish. Wade, you know, this estuary here is one that's kind of unique to itself. I don't know any other place around in the country that has redfish that actually spawn in the same area that they live. Actually, the same redfish.
Right.
And certain times of the year, which is like this time of year, we're here in September, it's towards the end of September, all the way to about the time we get the first big cold front, or if we get a real big tropical storm or hurricane, it'll bust the school up. But they'll get in these big schools this time of year, and they spawn. And this is where they spawn. And most of the time, anywhere else redfish live, they usually go way out in the ocean to spawn.
Well, it definitely makes for a great fishery when you can keep the resident redfish in here, and especially the size of these fish.
Really? What are you doing to that thing?
I'm telling you.
You grew up over in Tampa.
Right, grew up on Davis Island and moved there when I was 11. I was an Air Force brat. My father was in the Air Force, and
nothing wrong with the Air
moved there from Georgia, and he went to work for J.M. Fields. It was a retail store. And,
I remember J.M. Fields.
Right. So I liked the Tampa Bay area so much, I never left.
Good spot. Well, that's where my producer lives. He lives they just moved just north of Tampa, up in a little town called Lutz.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's just north of me.
Come on, baby. Let's show you off to Mr. Boggs here, because you are his biggest redfish to date. Oh my goodness, Mr. Boggs!
Look at this, baby.
That is a redfish.
Oh,
let's get him out on the deck.
You bet.
Gonna get that hook out.
Yeah, let's get the hook out. There we go.
Sweet fish.
Oh man.
That's
well, that circle hook worked just perfect, didn't it, Blair?
Just as advertised.
Mercy.
Well, let's show them everybody out there one time.
Wow. I tell you, you want to catch giant redfish, come to the Space Coast, you can't beat it. This is unbelievable.
Unbelievable fish. Huh?
I appreciate it, Blair. This is the biggest fish I've ever caught, redfish-wise.
Let's get her back in the
Yeah,
water.
you betcha.
What are you sweating so much for?
Oh, I'm telling you. These fish put a whooping on you.
Well, to
What a great fish.
recap kind of what we did. came through the railroad bridge right here in Titusville, pulled up on the flat, and we just started motoring, shut it down when we got up on the flat, started pulling a little bit, and here comes the tails. She's about ready. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot her right off this way towards the old Space Center. Come on, baby. Here she goes.
Perfect. Oh, brother, appreciate it. That was awesome. That was awesome.
What a thing of beauty.
Oh man, I tell you, when you get into these fish and the sun was just coming up over the trees and you see the tails just glistening in the water, and boy, the knees started shaking, and then once I set the hook, it was all over.
Hopefully that's not going to be a thing of the past. And what I'm talking about there is there's a lot of these flats boats, a lot of shallow water skinny boats, a lot of rangers out there today, and they run in real skinny water. And just because it'll run in skinny water, it doesn't mean you have to run it in skinny water 24/7, which I mean, I'm talking about burning the flats. And it will, for your conservation, there's nothing uglier than seeing a bunch of prop scars running through the flats. So, and I know you have it over in Tampa Bay a lot too, but if you can avoid it at all costs, don't run the flats. Just get up on the flat where you think you might have a chance at some redfish, maybe where you caught some before. We've done 8 years right here. This is the first place we ever filmed the show. Redfish were still here. Pulled right up on them. Got a big one. We're gonna get another one. Y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back. More addictive fishing.
Let's get them mulligans, baby.